All right, y'all, I'm back. And I know, I've been MIA for the last week, but RHONY or Real Housewives of New York was very boring. Okay, so I couldn't even come back and bore y'all to talk about that. And I also wasn't really intrigued about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But what I am intrigued about is this new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let's get into it because, listen, honey, they didn't come to play. All right, y'all. And as usual, we got to do some housekeeping. Anything that I say or talk about here is strictly my raggedy ass opinion. Okay. So I don't want to hear nothing. This is all alleged information. Y'all watch the show. Okay. So let me just let y'all know just to make sure. Because we got to do some house.
That's my opinion! Don't you get it? Why can't anybody have an opinion but you?
And I yell.
Do you not
How
get
do
it?
you know what's
That's
good
my
for?
All right, so I just had to let y'all know this is just strictly my opinion. So the episode opens up with Melody meeting up with, I'm sorry, no, it opens up, show starts out talking about Scott Manor. Okay, so Marcel and Maurice meet up to talk about Scott Manor. Maurice basically wants to see where everything is going. They meet with the uncle. The uncle is the architect, and they're going over plans. And then Marceau is talking to the uncle about how Tisha seems to keep on changing plans. The budget keeps changing. Timelines are changing. They can't get the utilities put in. Can't run electric, anything, because they just really have been halted on this entire project. So they're saying, don't listen to Tisha. Stop changing stuff. Let's try to move forward with the things we can. Maurice is trying to see what Marceau is doing because apparently he want to build his house bigger than his. So whatever, they ain't got the Scott Manor situation. The manor ain't happening yet. Okay, so we got to stay tuned on that, I guess. So they briefly talk about Tisha and Kimmy's relationship and how they need to get together. Then they're talking about how Martell went on Steve Harvey, which I actually saw when he was on Steve Harvey, and that was a shit show. Okay, but that's just my opinion again. So y'all, I invite y'all to go and watch that episode where Martell pops up on Steve Harvey, so-called apologizing to Mel for all of his indiscretions, which it really wasn't a real apology. But whatever. You guys go and watch it. So Maurice kind of talks about it a little bit, saying that he feels like Martell is sincere. He really, seemed like he really wants to move on. And Marcel says, well, the best apology is actually changing your actions, which I don't really agree with Marcel very much. But this is one time I agree, because you still acting a fool, and we see it throughout the rest of the episode, and we're going to talk about that. So it moves on to Mel and Destiny meeting up to kind of toast and talk and just kind of kiki and catch up on some things, right? So Mel says that she's celibate. They talk about how they, is she ready to move on and all that, and she says, well, I'm celibate. I ain't really trying to be fooling around with nobody because hell, Martell was such a damn idiot. I need a break, okay? I need to give my body and my mind and my coochie and my spirit a break because he is an idiot. And I don't want to invite nobody else into that until I can fully cleanse him away from my entire existence, okay? I still got to deal with him to raise these damn children. But you know what? I have got to get my mind right. Because when you've been with somebody as long as they've been together and they mess your mind up like that, you got to do a whole full body cleansing of these fools, the foolishness and the foolery, okay? So Destiny just drops in her lap that her divorce is final. She is a whole divorced woman. So Mel looks completely shocked, and she's like, wait a minute, I know y'all was having problems, but I didn't know that it was going this far to the point where you guys are ending your marriage. Okay, so Mel seems really, really shocked. She seems really distraught that Destiny didn't even talk to her about this stuff. So Destiny was like, you know what, girl, you were going through so much in your own marriage and your own situation that I just wanted to be a good girlfriend and be there for you throughout all the things that you were going through. So for me, I don't know. I feel like with this situation, if you're getting a whole entire divorce, and if you guys are as close as it seems like you guys were last season, Destiny, I would have hollered at my girl and told her what was going on. Because at the end of the day, as women, especially as Black women, we try to be so strong throughout a lot of situations, but we have to learn to lean on others when needed. Okay, trying to bottle up all this stuff and kind of deal with things on your own can be very challenging, and sometimes it's not very healthy for your mental health. Okay, not saying that you got to go around telling everybody your business. Okay, but I think that that is probably not the best thing to do, to not discuss or disclose what's going on with you simply because you're trying to be there for Mel. You guys could have probably bonded on the situation, and you could have possibly helped Mel to get through it, because it seemed like homegirl don't give a good goddamn about the fact that she just got a damn divorce. But I guess we'll see as the season goes along. So her and Chicken Man are no longer. Okay, so apparently they talk about how Destiny had a meeting with Kimmy. They went over everything. Hopefully they squashed the whole Chicken Man situation, because last season they tried to do it and it was a total epic fail. Okay, and I just don't want to hear about LeBaric and his chicken no more. Okay, I don't want to hear about no more about any of that. All right, so hopefully they can move on. Hopefully Mel and Destiny, it doesn't seem like Melody was too mad. I think she just really wanted to be there for her friend. And, she simply just wanted to make sure that Destiny was good. So moving on into the next part of the episode, it goes into Marcel is in his office and his daughter calls him to get her some chips. Honey, she really wanted them daggone chips because she sent him a picture of the chips and everything. So as he's talking to the daughter, Kimmy comes in with some meal preps that she's made for him. So Tasha is getting her second master's degree, which, again, my opinion, I don't really understand why people go get all these damn degrees. Google is everything. And yeah, go keep on wasting your money. I guess if you got all this money, the richest people in the world ain't got no damn degrees. So I'm just saying. And as a person that did actually go to college, okay, and complete it, all right, a lot of it, all right, I did all of that, but I wasn't going back and getting no masters and all that stuff, because why? You paying to feel smarter? I don't know, but good for you, girl. I'm glad if that is your path and it's working for you and it's helping you to elevate in life, feel smarter, or make more money. That's the key. If you're guaranteed to make some more money with all this additional education, great. But if you just doing it just to say you got it, I'm gonna need you to rethink the whole process. But anyway, I digress. So they're talking about so Kimmy comes in with the meal preps that she made for Marcel, because, with all this education that, Tasha is getting outside of, I guess she don't want to just be called a housewife, child. She is, finishing up her second master's. Marcel wants to plan a surprise party for her. So he just kind of drops the bomb in Kimmy's lap that he wants her to actually plan the party and cook all the food. So Kimmy like, you got me fucked up, okay? You want me to cook food. Not only am I cooking food for you every week, okay, which apparently she's a great cook. Marcel talks about how Kimmy is actually a caterer and how she really is a great cook. So she's the only other person that he really trusted making his meals, because since he's sitting in the office with COVID going on, not really as mobile as he was in the past, he is not trying to pack on the pounds and, become unhealthy. So he appreciates her stepping in and kind of helping out. So Kimmy immediately says, no, I am not. I repeat, I am not going to be planning a party for somebody that I don't even know where our relationship is from day to day. One day Tasha like me, one damn day she don't. One day I'm disloyal and one day we sisters. I don't understand. So why would I be planning a party for somebody like that? I mean, it's just too many emotions going on. Call her mama and, yeah, Miss Wanda got it. Miss Wanda can handle it. So then the scene kind of goes over to Tisha and her cousin. I guess her cousin Kiki is now being introduced on the show. And they're kind of talking about Kimmy, and Kiki's congratulating Tisha for finishing up the second part of her program. And then she goes right in and starts talking about Tisha's in-laws, meaning Kimmy, and asking how was their relationship. Okay. Tisha kind of says, she wants to move forward. She doesn't feel like Kimmy has her back as much, and she's going to try not to bring up Scott Manor because she knows that that's kind of a sore point for them. Which I'm like, Tisha, it's not a sore point. She doesn't want to live there. Get over it. Just because somebody doesn't want to live next to you doesn't mean that they don't love you, and doesn't mean that they don't care for you. Everybody doesn't have to do everything that you want them to do to be loyal. Okay. Me personally, I can't stand people like that. If I got to do every single thing that you want me to do, kiss your ass and get glad, no, I'm not doing that. Okay. If our relationship cannot be authentic, we can't have a relationship, period. Okay. So it just seems like Tisha is constantly looking for validation from Kimmy, meaning that Kimmy needs to do everything that Tisha wants her to do, which I don't know, but we'll revisit that a little bit more later on as we move along in the episode. Okay. So they touch on that. Then it goes back to Kimmy talking to Marcel. All right. And she gives in and says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and help you out. So they compromise, and Marcel says that he's going to do the meats and Kimmy is going to do the sides. So she agrees to help out. Okay. But Kimmy is kind of feeling like, you guys are always asking me to do shit, but y'all don't never have my damn back. Y'all always got all these opinions about me, but then you want to turn around and ask me to do something. I just don't understand. Where is this family part going to ever benefit me? So I feel you, Kimmy, because they got a whole lot of BS going on with them. So anyway, moving right along, Martell goes to visit Destiny. Okay. So Martell is there. He comes into Destiny's beauty supply store. And he has like this box of products. Okay. So he comes in there saying that he wanted to make sure his divorce from Melody was final before he actually signs a contract to do whatever he wants to do, was going to do with these products. And actually, ironically enough, this photo of him right here, this is when he did the interview with Steve Harvey. So just kind of wanted that little known fact. That's the photo from the Steve Harvey interview. So if you guys look up that interview, that will be what he's wearing. But moving right along, they talk about the products, and then they talk about their kids. He asks about Destiny's son, and then Destiny asks about his kids. And then she says, by the way, the first day of school photo for Melania, petty much? Why did you have to bring up your youngest son? And because he basically says something like, it was a picture of him taking Melania to her first day of school, which I remember back then, allegedly, he was trying to make it seem like Mel missed out on the first day, or she was falling short of what needed to be done for Melania for her first day of school that day. But in actuality, like I said, allegedly, it was just his day to take her to school, or he was just trying to make it look like he was being super dad and trash Mel once again. Then he uses that as an opportunity to say, one more to go, meaning like to participate in the first day of school, alluding to the fact that he has another kid, which ironically, he hasn't even been trying to claim said child until I guess recently. So, whatever. So anyway, Destiny proceeds to say that, it's just really, really childish what he was doing, and that it was just very jarring to see, in her words, it was very jarring to see him do something like that. And it shows a real lack of empathy from Mel, you know. And he says, listen, Mel needs to move on. I need to move on with my life. I shouldn't have to hide my younger child to appease anybody else. And I never agree with Martell. However, I will say, listen, he laid down and made the kid. It's his social media page. Whenever he chooses to talk about the child, that's his own business. Okay. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what? You know that he has a kid, deal with it. I mean, I can't continue to hide my child to make you feel better. Okay. So that's just that on that. So anyway, um, Destiny, they begin to start talking about the products, and she asked Martell a lot of questions about how this product is supposed to come to fruition, how he's supposed to get paid for this stuff, because he's just kind of bringing the products in and telling her he wants her to put the stuff on the shelves, and he really has no real rights to the product. So Destiny is starting to realize that Mel was really the brains behind a lot of the stuff that they did as Holt and Holt, or whatever the case may be. And she's really starting to see that Martell really kind of rode Mel's coattails a lot. And I think we're going to learn that a lot this season, just from seeing the type of boss Mel is, how she makes big moves. She had her single on the charts, top 5. She's making all these business moves. She's continuing to do what she needs to do for her and her children. And you just kind of see Martell on social media, allegedly just trying to find his way. You don't really see him making any big moves. So Destiny's starting to see that. So Martell makes a comment saying that, Destiny and Melody's mouth is the reason why they both have divorced, and that women don't allow men to be men. Martell, do you really think you're a man? Because I would challenge that. Okay, besides the anatomy, okay, that's inevitable. There are certain parts of you that are inevitable that you're a man, but you are an idiot, sir. You're an idiot. You are not a man. You are not a protector. You did not cover your wife, and you continue to make excuses. For you to say that their mouth is the reason why they're divorced, no, it's the lack of empathy and the lack of care from their husbands. That's why they're divorced. And that's why both of them left you guys, which kudos to them for not staying in a marriage that was some shit. Okay? And I'm gonna move on from that. So Mel was having a Zoom meeting. Next scene shows where Mel was having a Zoom meeting with her team, again, making boss moves, even with her baby in her arms, child. Baby sleeping, she's still making moves. Come on, Mel. Come on, Mel. Okay? That's how you show people that ain't nothing stopping you. You can't use your kids as an excuse. Your kids is your motivation, not your excuse. And she shows it every single time and every single thing that she does. She just kept it, that woman kept it pushing, did her interview. Talked to her people on what's next to come. Then Chris Fletcher comes in, okay? And he's the gentleman that we saw in the last season, that him and his wife were kind of trying to be a resource to Mel and Martell to help them with their marriage, because they were, they all seemed to kind of work together on their marriages, and they were kind of trying to be a resource to get them back together, but it didn't work out, obviously, because these two are divorced. But anyway, moving on. Chris comes to the office to talk to Mel about the 47 acres. Now, the 47 acres, apparently, is what has brought everybody together. Like, it was kind of the beginning of the comeback group, all that stuff. They were supposed to be developing and trying to create, homes for Black families in the Huntsville, Alabama area. So the 47 acres is kind of like the nucleus to their relationship with all the friends. Okay. So it's a pretty important piece of the pie. with this group. So Chris comes to Mel and says, hey, what do you think about developing on the 47 acres? So Mel is like, listen, I am in enough stuff with Martell Holt right now. I am not trying to rock the boat anymore with this guy. I don't want to talk to him any more than I really got to talk to him. Okay, so you need to ask him first, because I know his ego, and I know that ego of his. He ain't trying to let me do no 47 acres, but I will do it if you get his blessing. But you must let me know that before I move on anything. Which I agree, because y'all already got enough stuff going on, and he has little man complex, so he will likely lose his shit if you do something like that. So, and mind you, Mel has all this other stuff going on. That would just be sticking a knife and turning it at this point, if you would just do that without talking to him first. Let him feel like he got something, or at least talk to the guy about it, just so you can say you did. So if you decide to move forward, which rightfully so, if you did, that's your business, your prerogative, just talk to him first so it won't seem like a big thing. So Chris says that he will talk to Martell about it, and hopefully, he's okay with it. But I'm sure we'll move on throughout the season and see that he's probably not. So I'm waiting to see how that goes. So the next scene shows Tisha's family and friends surprise her with the graduation celebration that Marcel and Kimmy kind of worked together to put together. Okay. They introduced Tisha's brother and some of her cousins and her father. We actually get to see Tisha's dad. Okay. So the scene goes into the brother, Tisha's brother and cousin, kind of grilling Kimmy. And they're talking about the reunion from the first freaking season, okay? Which I think is rather odd, because that is so many light years ago, okay? And that's one thing, that is a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand when people talk about old shit, okay? Especially when it ain't your damn business. It's not even you, and you coming for me about some old shit that me and Tisha have already, I thought in my head, squashed. But you want to reignite, like you digging up the dead, okay? Because that's what you're doing. When you dig up dead conversations, you're digging up the dead. Let that shit rest in peace. We are done with that. And where are you coming from with your foolery, okay? So they bring up the reunion where Kimmy was asked a question, and she was asked, what did they ever talk about Melody Holt? Okay. In the reunion, the interviewer asked Kimmy if her and Tisha ever talked about Mel. So Tisha was mad because Kimmy told the truth and said, yeah, we did talk about her. And I'm like, Tisha, what the fuck did you want her to say? Like, y'all was talking about her. I mean, you had a whole season of you freaking talking about her. It showed you talking about her. Like, why would she then lie at the reunion and say, no, we wasn't talking about her? It's on camera that y'all were fucking talking about Melody. What? Did you learn some common sense with that second masters? I don't know, but I guess not. But anyway, so Kimmy replies to the cousin saying, yeah, I did tell the truth. But what did you expect? You know what? What did you expect me to say to that? The cousin looked speechless. She's like, well, I probably would have just said, I don't want to answer that. That's why you're not on the show, Kiki, or whatever your name is, cousin. That's called not answering the damn question and being stupid. You're on the show together. They see that clearly Tisha had a problem with Mel, so obviously she was talking about her with Kimmy. Like, come on, Dodo. Like, I don't understand. So then Kimmy comes back and says, how would you answer the question? What am I supposed to do? Now, do you think we were talking about Mel? Again, the cousin is speechless. I'm just like, people like that surprise me, where you want to, not surprise me, but they irritate me. You want to be in the midst of something, but you want to be an idiot at the same time. You want to be oblivious to the truth. Don't come for me unless I send for you. I didn't come here to have any type of exchange with you. I didn't even want to be here. Okay. I don't know where my relationship is with Tisha. I'm over here cooking up some stuff for an event I don't even want to be damn participating and helping with. And then you want to come over here with your bullshit. I'm just saying, just it's enough. It's enough for the day. So I feel you, Kimmy. That was just a bunch of bullshit. So even the brother is like, yeah, I know my sister can be stubborn, blah, blah, blah. No, your sister's an idiot. Okay. I'm just saying. But that's just my opinion, allegedly. Okay. So Tisha finally arrives. Okay. She thanks everyone for doing, setting everything up for her, and she thanks Marcel, over and over again, talking about how great he is, how he pushed her, and all this, that, and the third. Oh, and I forgot to go talk about Marcel, where the family addressed him over that other side of the tracks comment. Like he tried to say, well, yeah, that wasn't really nothing. My family, we was homeless, so that was harmless. I wasn't really saying nothing bad about y'all. I'm like, yeah, Marcel, you ain't want them to kick your ass at this cookout. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, moving along, it goes into after Tisha, is kind of walking around the party and talking to people. Kimmy grabs her up real quick because that's my girl, Kimmy. She is from Baltimore, okay, and she don't play. She like, listen, I'm about to wash my hands of this. We gonna take this over here and talk about this little dumb shit you done sent your little minions, your cousin. You think I'm stupid? You sent your cousin and your brother over here to try to attack me. I ain't got time for your shit this season, Tisha. Okay, get your ass over here and let's have a conversation because I'm tired of thinking our relationship is one thing and then it's something else. I ain't with the shits basically. So Kimmy and Tisha begin to talk. Okay. So they're talking, they're having a conversation, and Kimmy addresses the comments that they made. Okay. She says T-Man and Kiki commented about their relationship, and Tisha says Kimmy wasn't there for her. So Tisha begins to say she feels like Kimmy wasn't there for her when it came to Mel. Basically, I guess at that she felt like Kimmy should have just said no. She wasn't talking about her or whatever. I think that's basically what Tisha was insinuating, that Kimmy should have just had her back by basically just agreeing with whatever the fuck she wants her to say. Say whatever she wants you to say, do whatever she wants you to do. And Kimmy is just like, I have your back all the time. I always have your back, but I'm not going to lie. Basically, I'm not going to lie for you. Okay, if you did it, you did it. It is what it is. We're on freaking national TV. And furthermore, it seems like Tisha wants loyalty that she can't give back. Because I watched the behind the scenes where Kiowa, Maurice's ex-wife, actually, and Monster's mom, came to Tisha's house and was talking all types of shit about Kimmy. And Tisha did not defend Kimmy at all. So you want her to defend you with Mel and everybody else, but you didn't even defend her to the self-same chick that been calling her all types of hoes and bitches and tramps and all this stuff, saying that she ruined her marriage, when in actuality, Kiowa and Maurice were separated when he started dating Kimmy. Okay? So sometimes in relationships, people don't want to accept that it's over, and they would rather be mad at the other woman than directing the energy towards the man, which is with whom you were in the relationship with. No woman can take a man away from you that don't want to stray. I'm just saying, okay? And that is not an invitation for side chicks to be, out here running wild. But I'm just saying, wives, girlfriends, significant others, stop going after the woman first. Ask your man. Deal with your dude, okay? And I'm going to go back to the subject at hand. So it seems like Tisha wants blind loyalty from Kimmy, but she can't open her eyes and give Kimmy any type of loyalty. And I think that bothers Kimmy. That would bother me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That would make me not even want to be around Tisha, because Tisha also is a big baby. She is a crybaby, and I cannot stand a grown woman that acts like a child. And I feel like when women immediately go towards crying to gain sympathy, but you're being an idiot and an asshole, your tears mean absolutely nothing to me. Cry me a river. cry me a motherfucking river right now because your tears are bullshit. Okay. And that's that on that. So Kimmy, you know, and then Tisha goes on to say that Kimmy never checks on her. You know, she doesn't call her. She doesn't come by the house. Tisha, it was COVID last year, and Kimmy is a nurse. So she's dealing with death, dealing with all these different things, all these aspects of her life, and you worrying about her coming and calling you while you studying for a second master's that you ain't gonna do shit with. Just because you want to waste your time don't mean I want to waste mine. She's actually doing things. Okay. So coming and talking to you about absolutely nothing is definitely not a part of her, agenda. I'm just saying. And that's just my opinion. So I just feel like we're going to have a whole season of Tisha crying again and being a baby and acting like a child and looking like a loser. I'm just so tired of her. I want to shake Tisha into having the brains that all her degrees should have given her, because she looks like a fool. Like her just thought process of thinking that loyalty means to agree with her. That's not a real friend, sis. I'm here to tell you that if you got a whole bunch of motherfuckers around you that's just telling you what you want to hear, or just always just telling you right and never correcting you, those are not your friends. And you gonna go through life looking like a fool, like you do in this episode. Yeah, because you still are not a crowd favorite from the way that you act. And I love how Kimmy checked her. And Kimmy is a very graceful checker. Okay, she gonna check you with grace, and she gonna make sure that you remember. Okay, and she's gonna explain to you, because she politely explained to her, listen, you want loyalty that you don't even give me. So why are you asking me to do all these things, which I have done for you? I've had your back. I've been there for you. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to agree with everything you say. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm a grown ass woman. And if I feel like you're dead fucking wrong, I'm going to say you're dead fucking wrong. And I agree with her. 1,000,000%. None of my friends better ever come to me and tell me that to remain in the friendship, I got to agree with everything you say. And that's what constitutes having your back. No, sis. That's that. Bye. We're not friends anymore. And we cannot be around each other, because that's not how you help people to progress. Now, I'm not saying be a negative Nancy all the time, but Tisha be dead wrong with a lot of the stuff she do. And even Kimmy brought it up, saying that she feels like everybody babies her. And maybe they did create that monster because they handle her with light gloves. Y'all need to take the gloves off and light that ass up, because she gonna have a rude awakening. And I can't believe she hasn't had it thus far in her life. That's probably why her husband treats her the way that he does. She acts like a child, so he treats her like a child. And she wants to cry and, go get 50 degrees to feel smart and feel like she has some power. No, you still a child. Whether you have, master's degree, PhD, whatever behind your name, you still soft, and you don't accept accountability for any of your freaking actions. Kimmy is not your lapdog, okay? She's not going to kiss your ass. You don't kiss her ass. So I am actually not excited about Tisha this season. I'm excited to see everybody else's growth. I can't wait to see the new couple in the next episode. I actually would rather see Tisha's mama than Tisha, because her mama got some balls. At least she got a backbone, and she say what she need to say, and that's that on that. Even if she's dead motherfucking wrong, but she gonna say what she got to say. But I'm interested to see how this season goes on. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what other shows you guys want to see me review. I actually, like I said, I'm really only into the Bravo shows, but this specific show here is actually near and dear to my heart, and actually the Encore too. So I might just start. I'm going to add these two to the arsenal, but please like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me to interact with you guys. And I'm actually going to start posting when I'm going to go live so that you can get on and comment and talk to me as we're doing the reviews. All right. So thank you guys for watching as usual. And yeah, have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.